Hello guys, my name is Paul. In today's video, you are going to be learning all about authentication in Flutterflow using Firebase. And not just that, you are going to be learning also how to edit user information and also save them in the database in Firebase. So guys, I'm already in my Flutterflow application and we are going to be creating a new project for this so that we learn how to create an amazing authentication system. So once you are already in your Flutterflow interface, just click on the create new and we are going to be naming it Auth. And that means for authentication, right? Or I'm going to be saying Firebase Firebase Auth. That means you are creating an authentication system. So I'm going to go ahead and select a template for this. All right, so that is what I'm going to be doing. As we can also create a blank project from this section that you can see here. So I can't find what I really want, so I'm going to go ahead and we are going to be creating a new authentication system using the template Flutterflow have already provided. For now, I'm going to skip and boom, we have come to the section whereby we can create our custom authentication system. But I want to keep this simple as possible by creating by using a template that Flutterflow have already provided. So for me to do this, I can just come in here and also click on this button to add a new page, and also I will come to Auth at this place, and I'm going to be selecting one of these templates here that Flutterflow have already provided. So I guess I love this one, so let me scroll down. I guess I love this one. All right, so I'm going to use this. I'm going to say okay, default theme. So I want to make use of this default theme. I will say Firebase Auth, because you are building a Firebase authentication system, right? So I'm going to click on this. Okay, so this one I'm going to delete this one because I no longer need it, and this is what we really want, right? So but you are going to be removing some of this, but they're okay. All right, I'm going to remove this branding system at this place and also remove this. So I think this one is good to go with, but what I'm going to do at the moment is to come at the role and give the role a padding, all right, just to bring this guy down a little bit. And also let me just centralize this, so let it be on the center. So for this to be at the center, I guess I need to bring like everything at the center here. So guys, this is our authentication system at the front end, but where the crazy thing comes is that you are going to be creating what is known as an action, so that a user will be able to put some of his information, right? And when they click the button, they will be able to submit their credentials to our Firebase. All right, so by clicking this, I'm going to be removing the default action that's come with this, all right, because you are going to be learning how to like set up so many stuff. All right, so come at your Firestore here. For those who don't know what Firestore actually is, Firestore is a way whereby we can create a schema or a collection in order for our user data to be stored. Okay, so I'm going to be creating a collection which is going to be a user collection because we want to create a collection for a user, right? So I'm going to say okay, Flutterflow have already know that we want to create a user collection, but it will help us to populate it. Okay, so click on yes. So on this collection we have our email, we have display name, photo URL, UUID, created time, and also phone number, right? But if I want to do add content manually, I'm going to be adding the content here. Okay, so we have warnings and also an error in our Flutterflow application. So let us click here and know what the error is. So auth action requires authentication to be enabled. So yeah, first of all, what you need to do is that you need to come to this setting and search for authentication, all right, so that we will be able to allow Firebase to authenticate our system. Okay, so we are going to be choosing a type of Firebase All right, our entry page is going to be our auth page. So we don't have a login page. So whenever a user have logged in and we want to redirect them to a particular page, so I should come back here and also add another page. So for example, I'm going to search for a home page. Let me just create a custom. Let me find a home page. Let's search for a home page. So when a user, okay, let me just take this one. So use my default thing, home, and create page. All right, so once a user is logged in, we are going to redirect this user at this point. Okay, so I will come back and choose a home page, yes, so that some of these errors we are not going to be seeing them any longer. Okay, but we do have some error. Firebase, one other Firebase feature, but confirm was not uploaded. So okay, you are going to be setting up Firebase. I will show you how to do that. Also, we have one error here. So these are some of the errors you are going to be getting, but no problem, we are going to be fixing all these things. So what you are going to do at the moment, you are going to jump into Firebase and start creating account on Firebase for those who have not yet created an account in Firebase. So we are going to be visiting Firebase. I'm going to be creating a project in Firebase, all right, and this project, we are going to be taking the project ID and connecting it together with our flutterflow. So once you are logging into your Firebase, so click on project overview and also create a project, all right, because you are going to be creating a project on our Firebase. So I'm going to call it auth login. Auth login. So this might not be the perfect name, all right, but whatever, just use your own name and click on continue, click on continue, click on continue, select an account, default account for Firebase, click on create project. So Firebase is going to initialize our project for us. So we are going to get the project ID and connect it to our flutterflow. All right, our Firebase project is ready at the moment. So click on continue, boom. So our auth login project have been done successfully. All right, so what we really want is that we are going to be creating what is known as an auth login and authentication. So click on build, come to authentication, because you want to authenticate our user, right? We are going to get started. We are not going to ask Gemini, but you are going to click on get started because we know how to do it. All right, we are going to be choosing Google. We are going to be enabling Google. All right, so we are going to be giving it you can give your app a name. All right, so I'm going to say dev. Okay, configure project, that means the email for that project. So we are going to save the application. All right, we can also add another provider. The provider we are going to be adding is Apple. We are going to be adding another. All right, so we are going to enable. After enabling it, so click on save. Want to save that provider, right? And also we are going to be enabling another provider that is sign in with email and password. We are going to be enabling email and password. All right, so we have done that. If you come, we have email and password is already enabled. So we are going to be giving Firebase a permission, right? We are going to be giving Firebase a permission to our flutterflow account. All right, so click on this button here. Click on users on permission. All right, add. We are going to be adding a member. So for you to get this member here, you will come back to Firebase. All right, so come back to Firebase. First of all, just go back to your project settings, get in this login project ID, right? Get the project ID, come back, paste this project ID and hit connect. All right, so Firebase will give you, Flutterflow will give you this error, so we want to add it as a member, right? Copy this Firebase at flutterflow.io, come back to your application, click on this project, click on users and permission, right? And also add a member. We are going to be adding a member, Firebase at flutterflow.io, and we are going to be giving it a role of editor. Click and add member, right? So we have given Firebase an access to our Flutterflow application. Also click on advanced permission because we need to give Firebase some certain permissions. All right, so I'm waiting for this to load. After it has loaded, you will find Firebase at flutterflow.io. Click on this pencil icon, add a role. We are going to be adding another role, so we are going to be adding what is called a service user service account admin. So add service account admin. All right, also add another one because we want to give Flutterflow Firebase some certain level of permission. Okay, you can search cloud. You can search for a role of cloud function admin. All right, add this. Once this is added, then you click on save because you want to give Flutterflow's Firebase some certain permission for our Flutterflow account. All right, by doing so, we have to come back and hit on connect. Boom, our Firebase account have been connected to Flutterflow. All right, so this is it, friends. So we have connected everything. Now what we need to do at the moment is that we need to deploy what is known as a Firebase rule, right? We need to deploy the rules for Firebase. Okay, so you also need to generate a configuration file. So the generation of the configuration file is to allow Flutterflow to get all the necessary requirements from our Firebase. All right, so that is it. What you have to do at the moment, I don't know why we have the error. So we are going to be deploying our Firebase rules, right? Click on this and deploy. Alright guys, after the successful connection of our Firebase to our Flutterflow, we are going to go ahead and come to the Auth, come to this page so that we'll be able to create an action whereby the user can put some of his information and then create an account in our Flutterflow application. So what I'm going to be doing at the moment, we already have our Firestore connection with our users. So click on this button, right, and add an action. Click on the action property, open an action, and also click. We are going to be adding on tap event, add an action, and we are going to be doing what is called a query. So we are going to be coming back to backend Firebase authentication, and we are going to be creating an account. All right, so it is going to be email, and the field is going to be email field, and the password field is going to be password, and also the confirm password is going to be confirm password, right? So we are going to be doing this from the user collection that we have already created. All right, so it is as simple as this. Immediately a user has been created, we can navigate to the home automatically, or we can also add an action to do this. So I'm going to be turning off this and automatic navigation, but you are going to be creating our own custom navigation, right? So I'm click on navigation and click to home. So immediately a user have been created, we want to navigate them back to home. So we have already set an action that will do all the works for us. Right? So without further ado, let's get started by testing out our application and see if it works. If there's any error, then we are going to be fixing this error. Okay, so click on the test button and let us wait for our flutterflow application to run test. Alright guys, our application has started up and we are in test mode at the moment. We are going to be testing to see if our logic and our Firebase setup and connecting it to flutterflow is going to work. If it works, then a user is going to be created here. Alright, so let me increase this so that we know what you are doing. I'm going to be putting an email, so I'm going to put poddev because my name is poddev@gmail.com, and also you are going to be seeing the live update from the state management here. All right, we are going to be putting a password, so I'm going to be putting a basic password 123456. Close your eyes so that you won't see my password. Actually, I'll be just joking. So 123456, confirm password. Was this account has been created, you are going to be finding the user here, and also we are going to be redirecting to the home page that we have created. So boom, let me click on the create account button and see what is going to happen. Guys, after refreshing, a user have been created, but I don't really know why it does not redirect us to the home page. So once you click on instant reload, it is going to redirect you to the home page because a user has been created. So I'm just having a little bit of issues with flutterflow. I don't really know what is causing the problem, but guys, stay tuned, everything is going to work fine. So a user have been created at the moment and we are already redirected to the home page, just as you can see. So guys, we are going to get started creating a user profile whereby a user will be able to add his first name, last name, email and gender. All right, so that is what we are going to be doing. So come back to your flutterflow application, also come back to this place, and we are going to be adding user profile. Alright guys, I'm going to be searching for a profile. Let me say a profile, so the one that is going to be the best, whereby we can edit users, we can collect users informations. All right, so I'm going to choose this guy here and I'm going to say my team. We are going to making it to be profile. So we have got all this information here. So what I'm going to be doing, I just need the first name, last name and the email and also the phone number. All right, so I'm going to delete this. Remember, we are using this as a template from flutterflow. All right, so I'm not the one that created this, but I get it from flutterflow. So from this, I'm going to be saying I need the first name. All right, so it is going to be first name, so label is going to be first name. So that is what I'm going to be giving it. So the name of this feed, so is going to be first name, right? So we need to keep it consistent of what is going to be happening here. All right, so also I'm going to be saying this is going to be last name. All right, I will come down at this place and give it come down to this place and look for last name. All right, so last name. All right, so I'm going to duplicate this. So click here, I'll come down and duplicate the rule for this. All right, this rule we are going to be duplicating, copy, and also on the column we are going to be pasting. All right, so this I'm going to be saying this one is going to be the email. All right, email, and also at this place, so I'm going to be saying this is going to be email, so email, this one is going to be last name. Come to this place and change it format to last name so that you are going to understand. All right, so this is going to be email, and hint is going to be email, and also at the bottom I'm going to be saying this is going to be email address. All right, and this one is going to be test. Also this one is going to be test. Here is going to be phone number. We're going to be having phone number and this place. So type is going to be null, and max length. All right, so max length is going to be 1, right? So I think I don't need that. So these are the common information I want. All right guys, we are going to get started creating an action for this button so that whenever a user input his or her data, then we are going to be updating their profile. So what we are going to do, click on the save changes button, also click on the action. We are going to be adding an on tap action so that whenever a user click on the button, their information is going to be updated, right? So click on add action. So you are going to a backend call. So under the backend Firestore, we are going to be updating a document, right? The authenticated user document, right? So that is what we are going to be doing. So also we are going to be setting a feed. We have some other feed there, right? So first of all, we are going to be updating the user phone number, right? So we are going to be selecting this from a variable, and we are going to be getting it from a rigid state. Please be careful of this rigid focus state. We don't need that, but the rigid state. So from there we are going to be getting the phone number. All right, and also you are going to be getting the name of the user. Here we call it display name. You are also going to be getting it from a variable. Set the value to be the rigid state, where we are going to be adding the user first name. All right, so we are going to be adding more feed. We are going to be adding the last name. So we have the last name here. So we are going to be setting it from a variable, just per same. We are going to be getting it from rigid state, and also rigid state we are going to be getting it from the last name. Please be careful while setting all this, because you can make a little bit of mistake while doing this. All right, so also if we decide to overwrite the email, the user decided to change their email, so they can be able to set their email once more, and we are going to getting it from the rigid state and also from the email. So once all this is done, we are going to be adding another action whereby we are going to be navigating the user back to the home page. All right, so guys, this is the action for this, and everything is going to work perfectly, and the user is going to be created in our Firebase database. All right, so let's just close this and test our action. So we have an action which is running. So I'm going to remove this. So guys, let's see what is going to happen at the moment. All right, so don't forget that you are already logged in, and we have the user data already in our application here. Yeah, when I refresh, you are going to be seeing this here on Firebase. All right, so the session is, so we have for dev, and also once we come back to build and also to the database, you are going to be getting that user. All right, so immediately we put our data, so this user information is going to be updated. All right, you just have the email. Okay, so I'm going to do instant reload at the moment so that everything is going to work perfectly out fine, and we don't get any problem while we are updating the document. Okay, so boom, the UI is running, is going to show up in a seconds now at the moment, so let's patiently wait for it. Alright guys, the UI is up. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding a random number. All right, so the state is updating. You are going to be adding a name. a first name, I'm going to be adding my name Paul. The last name, I'm going to be adding Dev. All right, and also the email part, I'm going to be adding Dev Paul. It was devpaul@gmail.com.pro, because here from the database we have for Dev, and also here I make it Dev Paul. So let's click on the button, guys, and see what is going to happen. Immediately everything works fine. So let's go back to our database and see if we have those information. I'm going to just reload, and I'm reloading the application, guys. So boom, we have everything. We have the display name to be Paul. The email was also updated to devpaul@gmail.pro. We have the last name, and also we have our numbers, right? Our phone number. So guys, that is how to update user documents in Flutterflow. So this is how to create authentication system in Flutterflow. And also we are going to be creating this. All right, we are going to be creating this. So what we are going to be doing is that we are going, once a user click here, the user will be able to choose an email, or yes, an email that is going to log in with. All right, so click on this action. The provider is going to be Google. The provider is going to be Google, and also we are going to be getting this from the user collection. So that, guys, so that is how it works. So you can also test this. One of the way to test this is that we need to delete this user from the database, so that we'll be able to go back from this place. All right, delete the user from database. So we are going to come to this place and delete the document, so that we can able to make everything work back. All right, instant reload, then we are going to come back. So we are going to be having a couple of errors, but I'm going to be showing you how to fix these errors. All right, so let me show you what is going to happen. We can just click on continue with Google. So we are going to be continuing with Google, but we are going to have an error. Well, let me zoom in. So once you click on Google, you are going to see domain is not authorized for OAuth. So we are going to be authorizing Firebase for the OAuth. All right, so come back to your Firebase. Once you come to your Firebase, so what you need to do is go to authentication, come down to settings and say authorized domain. Right, on the authorized domain section, we are going to be adding a couple of things. So I'm going to copy this. So also I will leave this down below the description so that you can fix it. All right, you add this, say add. So that has been added. Also you have to copy this. So app.flutterflow.com, so that you copy this, go back to your Flutterflow Firebase, paste this. All right, so what you need to do again is that come back to your authentication part, come back to your Firebase and copy your project ID. Right, so come back to here, add another domain, paste. So what you need to do is that here you need to copy this. So we are going to be removing some part of this. So your project ID is the project for Flutterflow, right? For Firebase, you can say your Firebase project id.flutterflow.app. So you are going to be adding this. So immediately you have add all this information that I'm going to provide below the description. So come back to this place, do instant reload, and once we click, everything is going to work as fine as possible. All right, so guys, click on continue. You can see immediately our pop-up. So I have different kinds of email, so I'm going to be choosing an email. So let me choose one of my email here, all right, and click on continue. Immediately we are done logging in. You are going to be redirected to this place, right? Check it, guys. Come back to Firebase and you will see we have another user, right? Another user, which is this user. So guys, this is all you need to know about authentication in Flutterflow using Firebase. I've tried my best to explain in-depthly on how you can get started building your own authentication application in Flutterflow. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you love this video also, don't forget to subscribe and also don't forget to share this video with your friends, and I will see you in my next video.